Good evening. Each day, 20 veterans take their own lives. That's more than 7,000 veterans a year.
Today, Congressman Joe Morelle was back home in Rochester to push for legislation that would ensure the VA is doing its job to reach out to those vulnerable veterans. Selena Lewis was at the announcement.
The number of veterans who commit suicide every day is staggering, and oftentimes veterans say it's because they don't know what help there is available to them.
To get the media outreach of, this is why I use VA, here's a positive experience, here's why it's so important that women know they can get help.
Shannon Sander, who was a Desert Storm combat veteran, says that women face unique challenges returning home and that more awareness would help save lives.
Women veterans deal with sexual harassment, rape, and just the whole thing of you're not good enough.
The Government Accountability Office found that the VA never established targets to evaluate the efficacy of its suicide prevention campaign, and the VA only spent $1.5 out of its $6.2 million outreach budget towards suicide prevention media outreach in 2018. This is money that was already budgeted for that use, just never spent.
This is not to increase the budget. This is to say every dollar that's been allocated is used effectively and efficiently by the Veterans Administration to ensure that veterans have access to the support and the health care services they need and they deserve.
Congressman Joe Morelle says he's pushing for the Reach Every Veteran in Crisis Act so that no veteran feels alone or is unaware of the resources that are out there to help them.
There are services, that there's help, and that you're not experiencing this for the first time, that others feel the same way. Sometimes there's comfort in knowing that others are going through this and that there's help available.
Morelle says this legislation would ensure that resources that are already allocated by Congress are used effectively and efficiently to make sure that veterans have access to the support and health care services that they need. Maureen.
All right, Selena, thank you. If you or someone you know needs to contact the National Veterans Crisis Hotline, this is the number, 1-800-273-8255.
And New York State is expanding the Merit Scholarship to offer free college tuition and room and board to families of military members who are killed or disabled in the line of duty. Governor Cuomo announced today that he has directed the Higher Education Services Corporation to cover the spouses and dependents of fallen or permanently disabled service members. Cuomo said there is no need to wait for lawmakers to act, as he has ordered the expansion of the scholarship to take effect immediately. Previously, the Merit Scholarship did not cover all military deaths or injuries. Cuomo announced the move days after Republican lawmakers accused the Democrat-led state assembly of blocking legislation to expand scholarships for Gold Star families.